Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Rimworld. We're on patch 1.0, the development build, very unstable still, and I did finally remember, in between episodes, that one of our characters here, Bungemate, is actually a night owl, so we want to change your schedule. My apologies for that. Also, apparently I'd never done Zambi over here either. So, Bungemate, we're going to have you go to bed at like 8 in the morning instead, and do that. So that should keep you a little happier. Ancient Danger! Danger, danger. Okay, we are going to put a... How do I like to do this? I like to use the planning tool and put a D. D for danger. Over here. Remind myself not to smash down those walls until I'm ready for some fun! Double exclamation mark fun. Alright, so we've got some kibble here. Is this just the animal? No, that's the foods category. Interesting. Foods versus meals. Oh, I see. Versus raw food. Sure. I don't believe kibble has to be refrigerated, and it might be ending up in here. Yeah. So, on the other hand, maybe I'll leave it in here to distract the dog. We can set up zones. Well, oh, a raid. We don't want to limit the dog to a zone because he's a hauler. So we got just a couple of people. Still naked. Should be alright. We've only got 2 ranged weapons, but they don't have any ranged weapons. So we'll just wait for them to get... Oh, they're going to prepare for a while? And then come at me, bros? Still, I think it's daytime. We can probably feel pretty comfortable about moving in. Gonna let everyone group up, and then we'll scooch up a little bit more. Like that. And we'll put the 2 melee people in front. Okay, we didn't actually get any early shots off. Any hits, rather, with the survival rifle. Or whatever it's called these days, bolt action. They're fleeing, but they're stuck in melee. We have taken some damage now, though. Alright, dead bodies are bad. True. How badly injured were we? Lem, you've been stabbed a couple of times, generally okay. You're cloud watching. I don't know if this is the time, but I guess you got a deep stress some way. We'll go ahead and just unforbid everything here. And we don't have an actual assigned medical bed. Still, people should seek treatment. You're going to go rest, yeah. And doctor-wise, Ushi, we're going to reset you so that, yeah, encourage you to do some tending. We might want to build a hospital. So yeah, the raids won't be too bad, because we're only on hard. We're not playing on extreme or anything like that. But without, you know, proper defensive areas, it's always going to be a little tricksy. A little tricksy indeed. Cooking some meals. After you're done cooking, you'll go and do some research. Ideally, at some point, we'd like to have someone else cook, because we're not going to be able to research that often. Early on, it's not going to be too bad, because we don't have that many people eating that many meals that quickly. So the researching will happen fairly often, but... Fairly often is not the same as very often. So, I guess I'll go and build the tailoring bench. And the sculpting table is not necessarily the most important, but I guess I'm going to do it anyway. And the stone cutter's table, which I'll put here. We'll get them set up anyway. At some point we'll want the comms beacon. I guess we need to research microelectronics for that. You've been treated properly, right? Yes, you have. Good. Excellent. What we don't have are grave sites. Now, you probably want to have one nearby, because people like to do that to... you know, I guess, meet some of their spiritual needs. So we will put one grave nearby. But I think a lot of the others are just going to be like... Well, maybe not right by the river. First of all, it might seep into the groundwater, and that would be bad. But I want to, like, keep it away so that it doesn't interfere with my building space. Here. Way over here. We'll queue up some extra graves. We might have to de-home zone this area. But that should be alright. You're working on that. Yeah, I guess you can work on it from the back. And technically you can walk through furniture. These are the new art for this stuff. I think you can walk through furniture, and people do it for flooring and stuff, but it's really intense movement cost, so people don't usually do it. We'll go ahead and add a build for some large sculptures over to here. You can sort of do it forever if you've got time. If that's like the priority that we've reached, it's going to be okay. I'm going to turn off steel. Just use wood and stone blocks, and that's going to be okay. And any skill is going to be all right. We've only got art on from one person. That's Lem. Whether or not Lem's going to have a lot of time to do it, I don't know. But we may as well get it set up. No harm, no foul. We might want to get some chairs for that later on, too. So, we're still working on our bridge research, because I'm really excited to see how that works. It's not the most important thing to research first, but I'm really curious. So you're having a little bit of fun over here, which is nice. Take a look. Solitary, social, dexterity, and cerebral. So we have lots of different sources of fun to use here, which is going to be great. Zambezi, doing a little bit of cleaning. And then you're going to help build graves. That's all right. It's funny how they're like alternating over here. And yeah, so this is going to be all home area. Yeah, I guess it's going to keep spawning. So I don't care about keeping this area clean or necessarily, you know, beating out fires over there. So we're just going to de-home zone that, and that's going to be all right. We might want to home zone these walls just so that they get repaired and or fire. Simple meal, cause unknown. I wonder if you can find out what the cause is at some point. I don't know. One grave there. Commemorate one of our first kills. Huh. It's probably just low skill or something. So I think we've been keeping things relatively clean. Digging at steel a bit. A mad animal. It's a boom rat. That's a little scary. Because we'll probably have to stamp out the fire. Hopefully... Lem's going to take a hit for the team. Oh, the dog! The dog! Okay. Just slightly burned. You're just slightly on fire. You got bitten. That's okay. I guess I should home zone this area because otherwise the fire's gonna spread like mad. I'm gonna put out the fire right away. We need a sleeping spot for the dog. So that the dog can actually get treatment. Okay. And then we're going to clear the home area over here. So it still would be nice if in the base game, toggle automatic rebuild of destroyed structures. Hello! That's another mod that I used to love. Oh my gosh! Now, I don't know if in the base game they've ever differentiated between cleaning area versus home area. I don't see it at a glance. I should probably do a Control F through the changelog to see if that's something that got added in. Kind of like the tree growing next to the grave. You're sick. Oh, you got food poisoning, probably. And Lem, you have been treated. Yes, you have. Good, good, good. You weren't badly hurt, but we don't want to get a hand infection. Hand infections are very scary. Because even if you, like, your body fights it off naturally, you can end up with scar tissue in your tendons that screw up your hand forever. This is a real-life thing, not a Rimworld thing. Let's go and keep this area looking a little pretty over here by dropping some more floors over here, like this, like this, like this. I mean, it's sort of needless busy work, but we're on a lower difficulty. We get to make things pretty. We get to actually take time to do that. So Bonjamate, again, alternating her time between the cooking and the research, which is fine and swell. We have no wooden stockpile, so we're going to want to do some more tree chopping. Let's try to stay mostly on this side of the river until they get a little too far away. Then we might move. Well, once we get a bridge, it'll be a bit moot. But just because walking across the water is pretty slow. That'll look nice. So it's not right next to the river, but one can imagine that we might be using this for a little bit of irrigation this way. And it's still fairly close to the river. Like, that's the thing. I want, you know, a certain amount of distance from the river. Cave tender just wandering through. I don't think there's anything we can do to interact with them specifically. Although if they get injured and then rescued, then maybe there's something that could happen. But we're not going to do it intentionally. I mean, I guess we could just try to arrest them, but that's not part of our plan. Not right now. More food poisoning? Poor cooking, probably. And a little bit more research. Alright, about a third of the way, quarter, third, 2/5, I don't know, of the way to researching bridges. Now, did we finish all the steel? No, we still have done that. And again, there's no... Right-click to cancel the designations. Can I... Nope. Say, is there a way to right-click to queue up, mine this whole vein without requiring me to re-click? Man, there's a lot of silver on this map, right? There's a silver over there, and there was a bunch of silver over here. Steel's weirdly a little harder to come by. And that's just uranium ore, still. Oh, friendly AI! Yeah! Okay. It's quite far away, but that's alright. Is this us here? No, that's not us here. We're over here. There we go. That's us. Riverside. The Oneers. Ha. We're harvesting our first crops. That's good. We're cleaning up a little bit on it. That's also good, I suppose. The 5th of August. I mean, we can possibly get another round of harvesting coming out. Puppy dog being very handy. Lovely. So we got our stonecutter's table over here. So we're going to add a bill to deal with the raid. What's our closest rocks? We got slate. Because I like to set a build. We've got granite, slate, granite. What kind of rock is this? Slate, slate. Okay. I'm going to assume that it's going to be easiest for us to mass produce slate blocks. So I'm going to put in a bill for that, followed by any stone blocks, where we have do until you have X for both of them. Where X is going to be 500. So we'll try to keep 500 slate blocks. If we can't get to 500 slate blocks, then 500 blocks of any kind will be okay. All right, we got another raid. Prepare for a while and then attack. These guys have guns. I hope that's not a pet Megasloth. These guys are going to be a lot more dangerous than the previous groups. Now, I'm going to go ahead and restrict everyone to the home area right away, so they don't wander too far away and accidentally get themselves murdered. Zambezi has nothing to do as a result of that. True. That is true. You have nothing to do as a result of that. And I guess that's going to have to be okay. Although, I suppose what I could do, even though this will create some cleaning, I was going to say I could home zone over here and let you wander out, or I could just define another area. Interesting that all this got home zoned. Seems a little much, but all right. Yeah, I'll go and do a little bit more of this. Hopefully you won't do any unnecessary cleaning, but it means that you can do some mining by including that in there. So we're just going to chill for a bit and be ready to defend over here with what few guns we've got. I suppose I might want to have like a little security area over here. I don't think there's enough time to do that, but we could sort of see a little defensive structure like that might be handy. Or even just building on a diagonal. Hang on. Here, Lem's going to go to work. I was going to say we could put construction on for more people, but I bet you Lem's going to get this done before it happens. Yeah, no, that's all good. And we can put our gunners there, and we can hide our meleers here. Maybe even run out with the meleers. Okay, they begun their assault. So, let's recruit everyone. Move them over here. So, you're going to go there. Lem, you're going to hide here. Bonji, yeah, you'll go there. And Zambezi, you're going to hide behind this as well. I maybe should have gotten people out a little sooner, because these guys moved a lot faster than I expected. Does Ushi just move really slowly? Oh, you have food poisoning. That's not gonna help. Oh, and these guys are kind of far out too. You're gonna go and try to run and engage this person. Okay, and you are gonna stop here. Nice shot. I think it's out of range, so we're gonna start moving you forward again. Stab. Stab. Yeah, they're fleeing. Reset you, because you can probably shoot from here. I don't know if you can catch this guy, but try to melee him. And yeah, you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start these guys moving again, so that they don't shoot my meleers. I guess he's going to punch us back, but it is just going to be a punch. He doesn't have a melee weapon equipped. There you go. You have been downed. So, let's remove the restriction. And let's take a look at this guy. Oops. Health. Okay, no missing body parts. Psychopath, masochist, psychically deaf. Seems fine to me. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make this a prisoner room. I'm going to do that. And before that gets built, I'm going to do this set as a prisoner room. And you're going to go and capture this guy. Oh! No missing body parts. Ugly, chemical interest, ugly, neurotic. You know what? Let's grab you both. You might prove to be kind of unrecruitable, but we're going to do our best. And we're going to go ahead and unforbid all the dropped items. Yeah, the food poisoning. Wow, is that really throwing things off? Oh, I don't have the mod that allows us to fast forward even when there's like threats around. So, prisoners apparently default to getting medical treatment. 52%. Well, there you go. Heck, you can have real medicine. 48%. Heck, yes. This should work out really well. We'll still see about making this. So, we probably do want to... Well, we're going to need more bedrooms because we've got more people coming soon. All right, let's start working on our cabins. Again, we might want to build on the other side. Yeah, let's assume we're going to get our bridges up in the not-too-distant future. So we'll leave a little bit of room next to the river, because I'm a little worried still that we might need to, like, anchor the bridge on land. So, 5x5 little huts. That's probably okay. We can build on this. Yeah. You know, it's sort of, you know, slightly more organic layout for these things. You can go a little closer. Sort of inconsistent spacing. But, you know, as long as it's consistently inconsistent, then it sort of looks okay. So something like that. And we'll have all the doors face the riverside. Like so. And clearly we'll need more wood. Now, we can go and perhaps chop wood down on the other side, because then it'll be closer to actually be used. All right. Nice little thing going on. Tailoring bench. So we're going to set some bills over here. So making patch leather is now built into the game. Combine various types of leather to create patch leather. You take 50 ingredients, you get 50 patch leather. Okay. Well, we'll set a job for cowboy hats, parkas, pants, button-down shirts, maybe some dusters as well. We'll put pants and shirts higher up. Until you have X for everything. So don't count equip, don't count tainted, which is probably dead man's clothes. Oh, this is not where you look for ingredients. This is where you look. Oh, this is where you look for counting if this counts here. And this hit point and quality and everything counts in here. So only count things that have above actually 60% hit points. We don't care about quality, but just make sure it's not too frayed. Presumably. There's no tooltips over here. I mean, the count here makes sense for this. No. Yeah, no, that's not going to help. Okay, well, let's just keep going this way. Oh, details. Have one. So in theory, this is going to make sure we always have one thing in our inventory that is not dead man's and has at least 60% hit points remaining. Boom. We get skill limits and things like that, but we'll leave it as B. There's tailoring turned on, but that's Ushi, who's quite busy a lot. So I don't know how often tailoring will occur. Now, we do have some more guns, which is great, because none of our people are brawlers. Now, you're not particularly good at shooting stuff, but it's going to be okay. You'll get the shotgun, and Zambezi, you're going to get the machine pistol. And you're not particularly good at shooting, but it's got to be better than melee. Although having one meleeer is kind of nice. Zambezi's got, like, the freaking 10 and passion for it. You know what? Maybe we'll have you use the normal quality plasteel knife after all, and you can do some tanking. Now, okay, you're just bruised. You don't have a real injury, so that's good that you're running around. As is, I'm fine with that. You're going to come in over there. These guys are over here. They've gotten some treatments, and we do have the talkie-talkie thing on. Luckily, yeah, you're really easy to recruit, so it should be okay. If someone wants to build this bed, it's fine. We'll use it for our proper bedrooms once we get to that point. I'll put a haul command. We don't actually have anywhere to store these rocks. This is probably a suitable dumping zone over here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a generic dumping zone up over here. Just for rocks. I don't know what I want to do with corpses yet. So we're going to turn those off. Mechanoids is fine. But yeah, just chunks and mechanoids. Things that won't disturb people. We might want to put, like... I think they're not disturbed by animal corpses, but we don't really need to stockpile those anywhere. Although we might want to move them out if for some reason they rot in here. We might want to figure out something like that. Alright, so we're getting a rice harvest. This is still building up, which is swell. We're... Now I guess we're about, a third or something of the way to our bridge research. Still takes a while because we are spending a lot of time cooking. Now, hopefully we'll get these recruitments in the not-too-distant future, and then maybe we can even out those jobs and have someone doing almost full-time research. That's certainly what we are hoping for. Lots of research, lots of fast. So we're sort of building all the rooms at the same time and not actually finishing any of them. But, that's fine. We still don't have our heal route, which is okay. Probably want to set up a greenhouse for some of that stuff. I don't know, heal root grows fairly quickly. It's for the really slow stuff like the Devil Strand or something that becomes really important to make sure that you've got the full growth period, because otherwise then dying half the time before you can harvest them, and it's really annoying. Especially if you end up with a cold snap, either at the beginning or end of the growing season, and it really just screws everything up. 3.5% chance, 3.9%, and this will just keep getting better and better as the relationships improve. So I'm not worried. We got tons of raw meat. We're still just making simple meals. Bonjamate over here is close to a 6. No, actually. You've just hit 5. It won't take you that long to hit 6 because you do have the passion for it, but yeah, there's still a ways to go before you actually hit skill 6, and you can start making some fine meals for us and give us some positive buffs. So we've got some chunk construction going on, so some crafting might start to occur. And yeah, if we can get some statues, that would be kind of lovely. The revolver is excellent, and then we do have the good machine gun. Well, actually, I think I'll swap from this revolver to the machine pistol, which is probably a better choice. Although the revolvers do work fairly well. We can do some comparison of damages, I guess. Min-max. Vomit over here. Luckily, we do have cleaning happening fairly frequently. How's your health? Yeah, you're getting there. Having a meal. More food poisoning. Good God! And an eclipse? That's not a problem at all. I mean, yeah, it's dark, so they're, I don't know, working in the dark or something like that, but, serious pain and depressive. The food poisoning, right. Yeah, I've had food poisoning. It is the worst. It is the worst thing you can have. Holy cow. Like, yeah. I can see why, like, food poisoning kills people. And I can see why. It is not good. No longer incapable of walking. I don't know if they'll do fun things. They can certainly eat for their meals. We're up to about 6% chance on a recruit. Well, that was a little bit lower. Although we have multiple people on the wardening. But they all have half-decent skill. Like, we could just have it so that Lem, who turns out to be our most skillful person, handles it. Oh, that's a lot of spaceship chunks. Because, you know, it'll increase the chance, but at the same time, everyone else gets a chance to work insult spree. Oh, that's annoying. Everyone else gets a chance to work on their social a bit in a way that's not really harmful. And so I think that's fine. Build them walls. You're still wanting to go in insult. Next time it rains, we could consider hunting down the boomalopes. It might be a good idea from a safety point of view. So Ushi's our night owl. You can deconstruct the ship chunks. Hey, that's swell. The components do deteriorate at some point we would really like someone to go and haul that, you know, sooner rather than later. The other thing I'll probably want to do is build another one of these sort of diagonal fighting structures. I'm going to embiggen it because we're going to have more people than previously. So something like that to defend from this angle. That's really what we're going to be looking at. I suppose we can I can deconstruct this one because we don't need that anymore. We can leave that for now, just in case someone comes directly from the north. But yeah, I think, yeah, taking care of those boomalopes I think will be a really, really good idea when we get a chance to do it. So I'm going to build those. Thank you very much, buddy. Aw. Sparrowhawk, doing some hauling. Love to see the productive dogs. Alright, cooking some more meals with potatoes. Having a little chat. And they're still recovering, so they're sort of not in the greatest of moods, but I don't think it's going to take too long. 9%, that's good. And Bonjimate's not even our most talkative person. Although some of them might have some traits that help out with some of the talking. So we will need, I mean, I'm going to move these beds. We will need some more beds relatively soon as well. Well, I'm going to let the room construction finish before I queue up more bed construction. I mean, we've got this one. And someone can sleep on the floor for a couple of nights while we work out the last bed as well. Alright, fully healed. So that's going to help your mood a bit. How's your social standings? So you're not even close to maxed out with anyone. Developing friendship, though, which is nice. I like that. Gyarados still does what? Ah, new recruit. Yeah! Need colonist beds. Mm-hmm. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this job right out. And I guess what I'm going to do, even though it does mean sleeping on the floor, I'm going to go furniture, sleeping spot, sleeping on the floor, and technically outdoors over here. But don't worry, that'll be a proper room later on, I promise. So Gyarados, we need to rename you to Prakis. Welcome to the colony, Prakis. His title is Faction Leader. Really, really good social skills. Good medical skills and double passion for construction makes me really happy. So, doctor is a 1. You're going to do this. Wardening, yes. And now I might officially go. You've got 12 and double passion. We'll leave it like this, I guess. Construct. I guess we'll put a class 4 mining, cutting, turn off smithing. I mean, I guess as long as it comes out after. We can leave the, oops, not crafting, hauling at a 3. Research, I mean, you're not incompetent at it, but it's not great. I'll just go and remove it completely, and it's going to be okay. So what are you going to do? I guess you're going to haul and construct, and otherwise kind of be pretty idle. I suppose I could put crafting on, just so that you make rocks. I don't know. It's funny that Prakis is the one that came into it first. Oh, how's your shooting? Psychopath, masochist, psychically death, right? Not much in the way of shooting skill, but we'll give it to you anyway. You can have the excellent revolver, and that's going to be A-all-right. A-all-right. Yeah, not A-okay. Thanks for watching another episode, folks. We'll see you guys next time.